What's up, y'all? It's your boy Steph, back with another reaction. This time we have Mr. Creeps, Why I Quit the Night Shift at McDonald's Creepypasta, uploaded February 18th, 2019. Now, before I get into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know, the reason I don't react to too many of Mr. Creeps' videos is because they're all so long. Like, so many of his videos go from like 30 minutes to almost 40 minutes. And some of them actually are over 40 minutes. And I really don't be wanting to sit here that long and listen to stories that long because I'm always afraid that I'll lose interest in the story because it's so long, and I don't want you guys to lose interest in it. But this video is only 16 minutes and 20 seconds. That's about the length of videos that I usually do on a weekly basis, so I'm going to definitely check this out. But I am going to start getting into longer videos. Not every single video is going to be long, but every now and then, probably once, maybe twice a week, I'll drop a longer reaction. Something close to 30 minutes, if not over. Just for, the people who like to sit for, like, that duration and just watch me react to shit. And hopefully the whole video will be scary. Some scary stories or some really scary creepypastas and things of that nature. But Mr. Creeps is talented. I've reacted to one of his videos before. I think it was titled something like, I Thought My Neighbor Was Dressing Up as a Scarecrow. That was about 20 minutes or so. And that was creepy as fuck. Like, I never lost interest in that story. So, I'll definitely check into it. I know some of my subscribers like longer stories, so I'm definitely gonna get into that. Like I said, maybe once, maybe twice a week, you'll get a longer reaction out of me. Down in the description will be a link to Mr. Creeps' channel along with a link to this original video so you guys can go see it for yourselves without my commentary. Without further ado, let's get into it.
I hesitated when they offered me the job as a McDonald's night shift manager. I'd already worked at the store for 6 months, but that was during the day. I rarely worked after dark.
Right.
And I had talked to coworkers who had. Super busy, understaffed, and rowdy customers.
Get that
Those were
everywhere.
the general complaints. And I figured that was why the night shift manager position had such a high turnover rate.
You get that everywhere.
In 6 months, there had been 4 new managers, and every single one of them had quit.
Damn.
The last one to leave was Jesse, a guy who used to work the afternoons and would always come in high. He did it so often that I assumed that was just how he was.
They don't be getting
And
paid
then one
shit
day,
either.
he came in sober, and I thought, shit, I see why they hired him. It didn't surprise me too much when he accepted the promotion. The one benefit of the position was that there's no one on your ass. No mystery shoppers. The general manager's at home fast asleep. And you can pretend that the ice cream machine's broken all you want.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna call you on it. What did surprise me was when he quit. Barely a week in. He didn't even put in a notice. He walked out of the store in the middle of the shift and he never came back.
He's like, I'm out.
His final paycheck gathered dust in the back office. And no one ever managed to get in touch with him.
Damn, he got spooked.
And that's when they offered the position to me. I had my doubts, but I had just turned 18. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life.
Yeah.
And the pay was nearly double my salary as a regular crew member. I took the job, honestly, and I underwent about a week of training. And the next thing I knew, I was in charge of the place from 11 to 7, 5 nights a week. It wasn't bad. For the first 3 hours, I would have an extra worker in the kitchen, and another one up front to take orders and hand food out of the window. They both left at 3, and then the store is empty except for me and Miriam, the only cook in the kitchen. Miriam was a short, quiet, middle-aged woman who had been working in the kitchen for more than a decade.
Damn.
She didn't speak English too well, but she understood it just fine. It was around 4 o'clock one Sunday night when I understood why Jesse had left. The line outside was gone and the parking lot was empty. The floor and the tables in the lobby were spotless, untouched since the janitor had left. And the only sound was the constant hum of the fryers. I knew that I still had things to do. I still needed to reboot the computer system, count the registers. But I took a moment to stand by the front counter, looking out into the lobby that closed each night at 11. I wasn't looking at anything in particular, but my eyes settled on the reflection in the window and I saw something move underneath one of the booth tables. My eyesight wasn't great, so I leaned over the counter and I squinted until I knew that I wasn't imagining things. It was a girl's legs, sticking straight out horizontally from well beneath the table.
Fuck no.
She had snow white shoes, the type that nurses wear. Her legs were bare, but I couldn't see anything above the kneecap. The back of her heels rested on the floor, and her toes pointed towards the ceiling. And then the toes of her shoes started to sway, back and forth, like she was listening to music. I watched her for a moment. Was she hurt? Was this a prank? People had walked into the lobby after closing before, looking to order or use the bathroom, but I had never seen any of them act like this.
Call the police.
Usually, they would come right up to the front counter, and then I would say, "Sorry, lobby's closed," and that would be the end of it. But this... "Hey!" I shouted. "The lobby's closed." My voice echoed through the building, and as soon as I yelled it, the legs froze in place. For a moment, they both lay on the floor completely still. The girl under the table drew them in close, one at a time, until they were far enough within the booth that I could no longer see them. I figured that she was getting up and I waited for her to show herself, but she never did. I shouted again. "I know you're there." But nothing happened. I sighed, lowered my headset around my neck, and I walked out into the lobby. She was going to have to acknowledge me whether she wanted to or not. But when I turned the corner and I made it to the booth,
She was gone.
no one was underneath.
See? See?
I looked under the other tables and I saw no one. I took a wide look scanning the whole lobby. Besides Miriam in the kitchen, the place was empty. I stood there for a while, my feet froze into the floor.
I bet.
Eventually I sighed and I walked back towards the counter, trying not to dwell on the fact that I had imagined a pair of legs under the table for at least a full minute. I wasn't going crazy. I was just tired. I put the headset back on, and when I was sure no one had pulled into the drive-thru, I double-checked the entrances and made sure all the doors were locked. They already were.
And the windows.
If there really was a little girl hiding somewhere in the store, there wasn't. Then she would have been hiding for at least the past 5 hours. That was ridiculous. I would have noticed her before now.
Check the cameras.
I took another passing glance into the lobby as I walked back around the counter, and I paused. In the reflection of the glass, I saw one of the white shoes now lying on the floor. I couldn't see anyone else, no one underneath the booth. I turned around to get Miriam's attention. Would she see this too? But she wasn't in the kitchen anymore. She must have gone to the stockroom for supplies. I turned back around, trying to get the best angle for the reflection. But from behind the counter, I could only see the shadows below the table. And of course the shoe lying beside it. A moment later, a small pale hand reached out from the darkness, grabbed the shoe and pulled it back under the table without a sound.
Oh my god.
I almost forgot to breathe. I stared at the reflection for an eternity, waiting for something to poke out again, for some other sign that this was all real.
My thing is, though, what do you mean you're waiting for something else to happen? That's that shit I be talking about. Waiting for shit to happen. Why? I understand it's your job and all that, but come on, man. You know your McDonald's is probably haunted as fuck. So, what's there to wait around for? You know what you saw. You went to check it out. Little girl was gone. Okay. Now you're thinking, oh, I was just saying things. I'm just tired. Just a figment of my imagination. Then you look and see the reflection. A hand comes out and grabs a shoe and drags it under the table. Really? For real? And you still need more evidence that this shit is real? Oh, okay. Side note, I don't like this picture that's on the screen here right next to the title of the video. I'm hoping that's not what is in the McDonald's with her and Miriam, because if it is, they getting fucked up. It's creepy as fuck.
I don't know how long it took me to realize that the phone was ringing. Miriam had called my name from the office. When I turned around, she was walking over to hand me the still ringing landline phone. I gave another look towards the reflection in the window before taking the phone, and I allowed myself to relax when again, I saw nothing.
For now.
It's late. I'm exhausted. I'm not going crazy. I thanked Miriam and I answered the call. I didn't expect much. At this time of night, no well-intentioned person would ever call us. It was usually a mistake. Some kid pulling a prank or someone who wasn't sure if we were open 24/7. And they wanted to call first before they drove all the way here. But I knew from the moment that I heard the caller's voice that this was different.
Help.
Oh.
Please help me.
Hang up.
A young, soft voice trembled on the line. A little girl. My eyes drifted back across the lobby to the reflection in the window.
Who is this? I'm stuck.
She said. I didn't see anything unusual near the booth this time.
Stuck where?
I'm stuck under the table.
Wow. Under the table. In your lobby. She didn't say in the lobby, but obviously, if you go on to what's been happening prior to this, it's quite obvious that's where she's calling from. Goosebumps. You see, if his creepypastas stay this intriguing and interesting throughout the whole video, I would have no problem watching some of those longer videos that he usually always does. No problem. Because this is just 16 minutes. We're already almost at the 9-minute mark. And this has still kept my full attention the whole time. I definitely might have to react to some more of his shit. Because I'm loving this right now. I'm loving this. But it's also creeping me the fuck out. They might get got.
Where are you?
I asked.
You shouldn't ask
Except I knew exactly where she was.
that. Yeah, you do.
Please help me get out.
She continued, as if she hadn't heard me.
I'm stuck. I can't get out.
I could feel the hairs on the back of my neck standing up,
I bet.
and my vision felt hyper-focused. Where once the reflection was blurry, I could now see it with perfect clarity. Nothing happened, though. Nothing moved from under the table. But the voice on the phone kept begging for help.
Please, sir. I've been stuck here for so long.
I almost hung up the phone right there.
You should have.
If I had, I think I would have pretended nothing had happened.
Nah, I can't
And
do
if the
that.
phone rang again, I wouldn't have answered it.
Hell yeah. Still.
But this wasn't the sort of thing that anyone could just ignore. And I had this feeling crawling through my skin that I could hang up the phone as much as I wanted. She wasn't going to stop calling. I went back into the lobby.
You're right.
I didn't walk any slower than usual, but it seemed to take forever to make it to that booth. I kept thinking about Jesse. How he had suddenly disappeared without any explanation.
This is why.
I crouched down and I looked under the table, and just like last time, nobody was there. I gave a shaky sigh of relief. The voice on the phone felt so fake now. It was an obvious prank caller.
No.
The one who would happen to have picked the best possible time to mess with me.
No.
Nice try, asshole.
I said into the phone. And for once, I managed to cut the speaker off.
Don't call this place again. But I can see you now.
See?
She said, sounding honestly confused.
I'm right next to you. You're wearing a red and black uniform. And a visor.
Yeah, obviously, I said. If this was a prank caller, they needed to know that the jig was up.
This is McDonald's. We all dress like that. And your eyes are brown.
Oh.
And you don't have a name tag.
Fuck.
And you have a cut on your right hand.
Damn.
Her descriptions kept going, to the point where she was describing the way I was crouching down, to the shape of my nose, to the trembling of my hands. I looked at the window again, trying to see past my own reflection and into the parking lot outside. Someone's watching me from outside.
It's not a joke anymore.
I told myself, but I was wrong. The reflection was all I needed to see. And it was the girl's face, peeking out an inch or two from under the table. She stared right at me, nearly an arm's length away, her lips moving in sync with the words I heard through the phone. I jerked away from her, stumbling back against a chair. I dropped the phone on the floor and I could still hear the pitch of her voice from it, but no sound whatsoever emerged from under the booth itself.
Where is Miriam at?
There was nothing there. Nothing but the floor tiles and the support beam for the table. I looked back into the glass and I could still see her there, clear as day, looking up at me with wide black eyes. Her mouth moved soundlessly, but she didn't move any closer. I grabbed the phone and I ran back behind the counter. My heart pounded in my chest, my throat, my head. I struggled to breathe. I looked back at the window and there she was again, watching me with her head poked out of the booth. She frowned, and dark red tears started dripping down her face.
Run to the office.
I placed the phone back to my ear and I heard her again.
And look at the cameras.
Why'd you leave me? I thought you were going to help me. I'm stuck and I can't get out.
That's personal.
She kept going and I listened, growing sicker to my stomach as she started to scream.
Please, I've been down here so long.
I was snapped out of it by Miriam calling my name from the kitchen. I turned around to see her watching me with narrow eyes. Are you okay? For a moment,
No.
I had no idea how to answer that. I looked back at the window and I saw nothing, but there was no way in hell I had imagined it all. I placed the phone up to my ear and I heard the girl screaming again. It was almost comforting. She was real and I could hear her. I told Miriam about the girl under the table and her voice on the phone. And I must have been talking too fast because she clearly couldn't understand me. So I handed her the phone and I told her to listen. Miriam put the phone up to her ear. She listened for about 2 seconds and then calmly ended the call and placed the phone face down on the counter. Demon girl, she said. What? She repeated herself slowly, making sure she was pronouncing it right. Demon girl, she said. Lives under the table. Don't let her touch you. You'll be fine. And with that, she returned to cleaning the grill, humming to herself.
What if she does touch you?
My headset dinged and I heard a car pulling up to the drive-thru speaker. I raised my hand to the button on my headset to take the order, and my fingers stopped a few inches short. I looked at the girl's face through the window again. She glared at me, never blinking, never looking away. Hello, said the customer, but taking his order was the last thing I wanted to do.
Right.
My palms were sweating, the room was spinning, and most of all, I felt sick. Sick to my stomach. Is anybody there? The customer said.
Hello.
I took off my headset and I walked out of the door. And I never stepped foot in that building again.
Yeah. Now you see why your friend left. Fuck that place. I like how the description for this video says definitely not loving it. Because y'all know I'm loving it is McDonald's slogan. Their go-to motto and whatnot. I was never made for fast food. I could never do that. That has to be the most stressful, thankless job ever. Like, I could never see myself doing fast food. I worked at Burger King for 2 weeks back in 2014, 15. Yeah, I think it was somewhere in that area. I believe so. Yeah, somewhere up in there. I worked at Burger King for 2 weeks, and that is exactly how long I worked there. 2 weeks, and that was it. I stopped going. I didn't even work long enough to get paid. My bad, y'all. I got these hiccups. Yeah, you found out why your friend left and never came back, and now you did the same thing. Miriam had to know more than she was leading on. I mean, she knew it was a demon girl, but I felt like she knew other stuff. I mean, she did say, as long as you don't let it touch you, you're fine. Well, what the fuck happens if it touches me? Like, you know, y'all know what I mean? It's like she knew more than what she was leading on. But I'd even be tempted to say Miriam was in cahoots with this girl Ghost, because she's seen it. She works around this spirit. She says been there for a while. So, I mean, she knows some shit. Either she's down with the ghost, they close like this, or something. But Miriam was too suspect for me. But no, like I said, McDonald's is a very thankless job. The term fast food is not just a cliche catchphrase. You actually have to be like you gotta be on your shit working at McDonald's, dude. Like, they don't play when it comes to that. McDonald's is the #1 burger joint in the country. So they see easily thousands of people on a daily basis. That may be pushing it. Some McDonald's are busier than others, but I'm pretty sure they see about 1,000 people on a daily basis, if not more. Especially when it comes to like the weekends, and like say there's a event in the nearby area, or it's a party or some shit like that. Oh yeah, that McDonald's gonna be swamped. They do get paid a lot more now, but fuck, it still ain't working with no ghosts. You got me all types of fucked up. Like I said, I would have closed early, got some evidence of this paranormal activity if I could, and me and Miriam, we bouncing, we out, all the way, miles away. I'm not staying there and just dealing with it. That's what motherfuckers be getting it fucked up at. Oh, I'm just gonna deal with it. As long as the ghost stays over there and I stay over here, I'll be good. No, that's not how that goes. I'm not about to be in the same building, on the same premises, in the same area as a spirit, especially one like that. I tell y'all, these little girl ghosts is something else, bruh, for real. She was describing what you wore. Okay, perhaps, you know, that's kind of obvious since you work there, that is their colors. But what tripped me out is when she said, obviously someone's looking in the windows. Well, most McDonald's, the front counter is a distance away from any windows besides the one you serve customers out of. So even if that was the case, she would still have to be extremely close to you to know what scars you have, what color your eyes are, and other personal features and, you know, bruises, marks, or whatever it is that, you know, distinguishes you from everyone else. Fuck that. She was in there with you, bro. Fuck what you talking about. She was not outside. She was in there. And I'm pretty sure she was standing right next to you. That's why I kept saying, go into the office, lock it up, and look on the cameras, and bring Miriam in there with you. And y'all was going to see some shit on them cameras you wouldn't want to see. But at least that'll validate your point, so you don't seem like you're just crazy like your friend before. Because Miriam know what's going on, but she shagging, so fuck it. But I like this story, y'all. It kept my attention the whole time. Like I said, Mr. Creeps does a lot of longer creepypastas. If all of them can keep my attention like these, and, you know, the suspense level is just constantly, like, going up, and it just keeps me intrigued, I would love to do his longer videos. And I'm going to start looking into it, man, because this was only, what, 16 minutes, 20 seconds? But it still had my attention the whole time. Not really jump scares, but some creep factors were in there. Y'all know what I mean. I fucks with it. Do y'all fuck with it? What do y'all think of this story? And what do y'all think of Mr. Creeps? Drop your comments down below. And that is it for this video, y'all. If you like my reaction, like the video, comment on the video, and share the video. And if you really liked it, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. And tap that bell icon so you will be notified every time I drop new content, which I do on a weekly basis. That is all I got for y'all this time around. Your boy Steph is out.